Hello again guys, so I'm back at one of my squirrel feeders. Now this squirrel caught me quite unawares. I was still in the hide, getting me bits and pieces out of my bag and setting up, and he came straight onto the feeder, caught me unawares a little bit as I literally just put the hide up and was getting me bits and pieces out of the bag. Now he tends to go up and down the tree a little bit, as you'll see, as a lot of them will today, as you'll see further on in the videos. So for some reason he seems to go up and down, but eventually comes onto the feeder and decides, yeah, it's time for breakfast. So he grabs a peanut upside down, and I think he's going to settle there. But oh, he goes for a little wander down, but that'll do. And down he goes. It's the first one of the day, good start.
Okay guys, so I'm back in the woods at one of my feeders that I've not shot for quite some time, to be honest, but the feed is going down now, and I've literally just got her set up. I've topped up a bit more food because I had gone down, and just shot one already before I even got set up. So I've not been out all week and I've had some time off, but luck has it with me, there's been this massive storm in the UK, and there's been weather warnings like every day for wind and rain, like stupid mile-an-hour wind. There's been floods everywhere, so all I've done is sat at home all week. But I woke up this morning, couldn't hear any rain outside or any wind, grabbed my phone, had a look at the weather app, and it looked good. Doesn't look like it's going to rain. It is quite breezy, not windy though, but quite breezy at the moment. Probably pick up a bit more. So I just decided to grab my kit. I'm a little bit later than I normally would be, but I grabbed my kit, shot out the car, and just came to the woods. Now a little bit worrying is one thing. I grabbed my kit from in the house, checked in the back of the car, got here. When I got to the back of the car, out the car, I went to grab my bog death grip tripod and it ain't in there. So I'm a bit worried about that. All my other kit's in there. I'm using my, it's very dark in the hide, I don't know how good this picture's going to be. I'm using my trigger sticks that I always just leave in the back of the car. Haven't got me clamp, so I've just got to rest it on the top and hold the gun all day, which isn't going to be great. I might put it down in there somewhere. But I don't remember seeing my bog death grip in the house anywhere, which is a big worry, which means I've left it on one of the permissions, and I've not had anyone call me, but if someone just walked up to it and found it, they'd probably just have it. If one of the lads that I normally speak to, I'm sure they'd probably cotton on. But hopefully when I get home I'll search the house and find that I took it out of the car when I was moving some stuff or something and placed it somewhere. So fingers crossed for that one, but we'll wait and see how it turns out today. There's so much foliage you can't see anything, but this first squirrel came straight down the tree, nailed that one already, hadn't even properly set up, haven't had a coffee yet, so I'm going to sit back, have a coffee and just see what turns up. Cheers guys. This one's a bit worried about his comrade on the floor, I think. Got the rifle, don't I? Don't worry about him, he's just having a nap. Get up there and have a nap. Breakfast time. Oh, come on. Onto the roof of doom. Yep, there they are. There's the nuts. I know he's down there, forget about him. Yeah, breakfast time. Oh, sorry guys, freaking pulled the trigger there and he's run off, so that's my bad. Ah, damn it. Let's just try this trigger again. It's a little bit different than the other FXs. Let's just fire it off then, feel what it's like. Okay, bloody, my bad guys. I've got to take that one.
Here's the next one, as you can see. Comes down the tree, as they all tend to hit this sort of feeder. There's so much foliage and everything on the floor, I guess it's just much easier travelling through the trees. Now, like many of the others, this one's very kind of nervous and skittish. For some reason they all like to try and get into the feeder through the top, even though there's a big hole at the bottom. But he has a good wander around now. And you can see how nervous he is, tail's going. For good reason, of course, if he only knew what was coming. Finally he makes his way back up, and he does come back onto the feeder. Very nervous, as I say, quite rightly so. But the hunger finally sort of takes over all of them, and eventually remembers there's a big hole at the bottom where he can have a free meal. So here we go, let's zoom in, get ready for the shot. Right between the eyes, drops like a stone, and he's out. This is the next one up. Again, like I keep saying, seems very fidgety, the squirrels in this wood. Now this one comes down the tree, and he pretty much freezes in this spot here. And the first shot, you'll see, he'll go down, do the same thing again in a minute. and he just freezes there. So I decide to take the shot, and the first shot is a miss. So what happened there? So quickly reload. Next shot, bang on, down he goes. So he's down and out, but I'm thinking to myself, what happened with the first shot? Now, previously to taking this shot, I've got the rifle lead on the trigger sticks, and the little Y piece at the top rotates, and it did actually fall off of there and get caught by the opening of my pop-up hide. But I didn't give any thought to it because it wasn't much of a bang or anything like that. And this FX Dreamline's got a barrel clamp halfway down it, so it holds it quite tight. But I decided to check my zero, and look at that, I'm maybe an inch out. And I think to myself, it can't be. Let's take another shot. Yeah, absolutely spot on. I'm about an inch out. So after a quick zero of the Wulf 4K scope, re-zero, I line back up on this knot on the tree again to recheck my zero now. That's more like it. Normal service resumed. Now this squirrel comes down the tree. Is he looking at me? I don't think he can see me really. But there he is, starts coming down the tree. So I cock the rifle in anticipation of him making his way down to the feeder, of course. But nope. He turns tail and hightails it right up the tree, out of view and out of sight. Now, I keep looking here, but he definitely disappears, and I switch the recording off in a second. But literally a few minutes later, 2 minutes later or so, another squirrel comes down the tree, probably the same one I'm imagining. So here he is. And this time he comes down the tree, and he just freezes in that position just too long. So yeah, there you go. It's a good headshot. He drops down, hits the top of the feeder, goes for a slide, and
Ooh, hello?
hello. Mr. Pheasant surprises me, didn't know he was there, but Mr. Pheasant has joined us. Now pheasants are currently in season in England. I do like a bit of pheasant, but I do like to have a pheasant around the bottom of the feeder. I think it acts a bit of a decoy, maybe attracts the squirrels in. They see a pheasant feeding at the bottom and so on. So I quite happily leave him at the bottom of the feeder. And you'll see him in the next few shots as well. I'll leave him there to act as a decoy for me and give me something to enjoy looking at and so on. Here's a little bit more of wildlife. Something else is very nice to look at while you're sat in the hide. This is a woodpecker. Comes down, helps himself to a peanut. Yep, off he goes. Mr. Pheasant is still here, mopping up the spillage from the feeder. Nice to see him. There he is, dipping down at the seeds. And there's plenty of small birds as well, helping themselves to the feeder sort of feed as well. these are all lovely little things to look at while you're sat in the hide, just waiting for the greys to turn up. And as you can see, the wind is starting to pick up now, so I need to keep my eye on that one too.
Okay guys, just going to do a quick pickup because I've broken cover to relieve myself after drinking all that coffee. So there's the feeder. I can see 1, 2, 3 squirrels only at the moment. There's so much cover here. I'm going to have to root through it all a little bit later. There's a couple of them bounced. There's one over here somewhere. I think there's one a bit further over here. He bounced. God, gonna have some trouble finding some of these. Anyway, yeah, that's just 3. I'm quickly gonna pick those 3 up because the squirrels do seem to be very skittish when they come down from the trees. So I'm gonna pick these 3 up, have a quick wee, and I might stay here for another half an hour or an hour.
So this one finally is a squirrel that knows what he's doing. He came straight down the tree onto the feeder and straight into the feed here. So I zoom in and get lined up for the shot. And I take it there. And I'm not 100% happy with the way I saw him move away there. So I have a quick look around here, but decide it's time to break cover and go and check for him. But indeed, he literally didn't make it another foot and was dead on the floor there.
Okay guys, there's my setup for the day. I'm going to call it quits now. It's starting to get quite windy, although it's died off a little bit now. But that was my setup for the day. So I got my little pop-up hide with a seat in it, which is excellent. The FX Dreamline in 0.22 with the Wulf 4K scope on the top. You'll see that footage today. Now, today I've been using the trigger sticks instead of my bog death grip because I went to grab the death grip out the back of the truck and it isn't there. So I don't know what the hell I've done with that. If it's not at home, which I haven't seen it, I probably put it down at the back of the truck when I was packing up one day and drove off and left it on the floor. If I have done that, I'm gonna be really annoyed with myself, as you can imagine. So I gotta go and pick up the rest of the squirrels. There's the 3 that I picked up earlier. There is the squirrel feeder. Try and zoom in off my phone. Down there. I've got to try and find some in all this foliage where they've bounced around. I'll go and do that now. Pack up me kit, and yeah, not a bad morning on the squirrels, but could be a very bad morning on the tripod front. I think I'll pop over to my other squirrel feeder that isn't too far away and have a quick look around there and probably fill that one up and see if by some miracle it's on the floor there. Okay, well, wish me luck on the tripod front, guys. Thanks very much for watching. See you all again soon. Okay guys, there's that one that I pulled the shot on. He didn't get too far. There's the feeder. I'll zoom in over there. And he probably made it 20-25 yards. Well, not even that far. Yeah, 20 yards if that. Just to there. I just pulled him out of that bit of undergrowth, whatever there. Found him with the thermal.
Okay, that's it for this one, guys. I'll leave you with a few pictures of the setup in the kit as normal. So any comments, shove them down below and I'll respond to them if I can, etc. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers for now.